Hey, what's up, Dean? Super Performance at the shop. Jeff's Camaro. This is the 2002 35th anniversary. It's the 5.7 LS1 with the 4L60 automatic that we did cam, heads, intake, throttle body, tuned it. He got the SLP box, which doesn't fit with the mass airflow, so we had to get a little bit of a different coupler. Made it work. Ton of work. Long tubes, torque converter, just a lot of work. And I've been working on the tune for the last few days. Now that is a cheap Chinese throttle body. I know everybody hates them. And I was having a lot of issues, mainly with idle. Everything else was good, like drivability, all that stuff was good. I smoke tested, nothing, I was dying. Like, not dying, I was struggling. So last night, I was really disturbed by someone was helping me in one of the forums, and his thing was just constantly move back past the question I was asking. Basically, when you go from drive to neutral, the car would rev to like 2,000. And as soon as you stopped, only when it was rolling, as soon as you stopped, the car would come back. It would never idle under 1,000. Screw was backed all the way out. IAC valve was all the way closed. So last night I talked to a buddy of mine, and just talking through it, I at first thought, oh, I need to add more air, like drill a hole in the throttle body blade. Like I went off the cliff, and no, that is 100% wrong. I needed the blade to close more. So this morning when I got down here, I looked at the Firebird's throttle body, same throttle body, cheap Chinese throttle body. His idles, does everything I want it to do, and has a lot of screw in it. And I noticed what I did, I measured the stop, and I measured with a feeler gauge the blade opening. This one was quadruple what his blade opening was with the screw backed all the way out. His blade, like the blade will actually lock in his throttle body. This one will not. This one keeps like a, I don't remember what feeler gauges. I was just flicking them open and shoving them in, but I would assume like a 40 thousandth or something. A lot of space. So I then realized, like, all I'd have to do is shave down this stop where the blade, the actuator comes to. So that's all I did. I shaved it down. You can kind of see it's like rough grindy, and now you can see there's a little bit of screw poking out of it. Diac's working again. Everything is good now. So I am like super happy. Today was a different day. Went good. Took it out for a ride. Cleaned up the engine bay. Basically, I sprayed a degreaser and then just kind of hose it out. But it cleans up the valve covers, the coils. Car's extremely clean to begin with, but so all that is knocked out, and now I've moved on to. This is Jeff. He called me up, and he was having some issues with the car dieseling when he shut it off. And kind of a hesitation when you stomp on the gas. So, it's a gorgeous car. This is a Backdraft Cobra replica. I don't know their numbers. It's like, I can't remember. Yeah, I don't remember their like model thing that they do, but this is a badass little car. It's got a Roush 427. It's like 560 horse. It's got a TKX 5-speed and just all kinds of stuff. Really cool stuff. It's got like true knockoffs that are wired so they don't come undone. Came with this book. He had a couple issues actually, but it came with that book right there tells you everything. General information, assembly manual, engine specs, service records, replacement parts, like all kinds of stuff. And here's the dyno sheet for the engine. So, oh no, maybe not 560. So this is a 427R Roush 15 AFR heads. So engine power corrected, it makes 499.4 horsepower and makes 525.6 foot-pounds of torque. Wait, no, engine torque over here. 460, 470, 478, 478 foot-pounds of torque. Yeah, 526, 556. That's very different. Maybe, is that wheel horsepower? Torque and power from test. Superflow wind dyno. So no, this is an engine dyno, but it's very... Okay. Corrected horsepower? I'm not sure what they're doing here. But on this dyno graph shows 556, 526. I don't know. But it gives you everything. Tells you everything. Which is pretty cool. Comes in handy. And I don't know how to shut this trunk. Oh, there it goes. So he had, the dieseling issue, and then the passenger door latch, it broke on him, and he couldn't get the door open. That had happened prior, and he replaced the latch, and then it happened again. So I took it apart, and what I found was how this is riveted. I believe through here too it's riveted, but these rivets here are so far out here that the mechanism's all here. So when you pull this lever, it was kicking out the inside panel. It shoved it open and let that lever jump off. I also found like a screw couldn't be tightened, but now it shuts. Super nice. So got that all set. Adjusted the timing. It was advanced like 3 or 4 degrees from where it would be, which is another really good thing about that book, is it gives you all the base timing, all in timing, because it's just a locked out distributor. Well, I assume it's locked out because it cranks up. Anyways, so I got that done, and then the carburetor, pretty much all I did was adjust the idle up. They had it way down, like 675, and in the book again it says 950, but I've got it like 975ish, close 950, and then I adjusted the 4 corner screws, and I used my wideband from my HP tuners. So I stuck that in there. It's an 8am wideband. I stuck that in there, and I just dialed in the 4 corners, and it's got another one on this side. But I just repeated the turns from the driver's side to the passenger side. It seems to idle a lot happier. It shuts off. It doesn't diesel. This thing is really wicked cool, though. Watch it not start. Or fire right up. So that's what we've been up to. Next will be Jonathan's truck. I'm gonna let him know. Car seems to be all set. He keeps saying, take it for a ride. I don't want to. Got to get Jeff to come get his car. He's Jeff. He might be Jeff too. Not sure. But get them out of here. Get Jonathan's truck in here. I could get the radiator pulled, put a divider, and kind of see where it's at. If I can move the radiator or something. But that's what I've been working on. Then after Jonathan's truck, I got to get the Magnum in, finish the exhaust, figure out what I'm going to do with the gauges. I may just end up going with the 7-inch, the 6.86 Holly dash. I have it off my truck. I have the input-output harness, so I could do fuel, all that stuff. Thought something ran behind me. So that's it. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of new videos. Leave me a comment. As always, have a good day.